Hey, it's Rob. Welcome to Axel's Garage. Alright, back out here with Barry White. In the last video, we were chasing down a parasitic drawer that turned out not to be a parasitic drawer. Good video though. Great troubleshooting diag in my opinion. Narrowed it down. We actually found a parasitic drawer, but we really didn't have a parasitic drawer because it was a bad battery that was tricking the computer systems in the car to have a parasitic drawer. So now we're going to replace the battery that was bad. We put a temp in here, which really wasn't a great battery. We got a new one. We're going to throw that in, but what I did get was these side terminal adapters, because you know, anybody that puts a battery in and out of a side post, they get all chewed up, they suck, you can't get jumper cables on them when you need to. So got these little brass, I'm going to call them screw dickies, and one side is going to replace your side terminal plug in your battery cable, and the other side is going to give you an option to attach any powered accessories, and this is going to stick out a little bit so you got a little grippy area for your jumper cables when you need to jump them. If they work, and if I like them, I'll link them in the description below. But in the meantime, let me pull this old piece of crap battery out and I'll show you what I did to the side posts on this one to make them more user-friendly, because those factory ones were just all chewed up and couldn't barely use them. So what I had on the factory side post ones was a couple washers stacked so it made contact, and then I had a bolt and a nut on it, you know, doubled up, and that would go through, and the washers would take up the space because the bolt was too long. And I got a good connection on here, but it really still wasn't enough sticking out to get a good grab with the jumper cables. I mean, it worked, but wasn't the greatest way to do it. So now with this battery unhooked and the hold down taken off, I can wrestle it out of here because there's no handle on it. Ugh. So now, with the battery out of the way, I can take these little doohickeys, and these little oh, I just dropped something. These little doohickeys are gonna go through like that. I gotta get my cover because my covers are sliced off on this one, so they come out real easy. But it's pretty much gonna go in like that, and you're gonna have your, you know, your factory connection again, and then you're gonna have a little bit sticking out for an accessory or for jumper cables to grab onto. I gotta go find my my negative end that I dropped in. Hopefully it hit the ground. My luck, it got caught in the splash shield down there, and I'm gonna have to fish around for it. Alright, so I got my new battery that has the handle on it that makes it so much easier. Every battery should have a handle. I'll snake my hole down. Take my new little battery dicky here, which is 16 millimeter. Seems to fit the best. So I brought out a 16 millimeter. You know, sometimes you get these things and you're not crazy that something might be metric, but it's a 2005. Most of the shit is metric. Alright, so I'll turn in my positive. My whole concern is that they're the right length so that they tighten up, you know, the end of the battery cable nicely against the battery, and these actually do really well. Alright, so I got that on there. That's nicey nice. I think the nut on it is like a 14 millimeter. Yeah, it's like a 14 millimeter, the outer nut, which I just use a 9/16, and it tightens it up nice, and that seems to be nice and tight. Let me readjust my loose hold down. All right, the battery's in there good. I could grab my other one And just to show you right here, right, goes right through like that, and I like it. Hopefully the horn doesn't go off when I make the connection. All right, snug them up. Snug up my outer nut, which I don't need. Make sure that your terminal end is tight enough where you're not moving it. This one is. So they snugged up pretty good. I like them. So there you have it. New battery. I think Barry White will do all right for now. It is mid to late January. It is cold, and Thursday I have an appointment for Barry to get some AC work done, because you know what happens. You wait till the spring, first warm day, it reminds you, oh shoot, I don't have an AC compressor that functions, and then you go to your local shop to get it done, and everybody's there because first warm day they threw their AC on after the winter and they have no AC. So I'm going to get a jump on it this year. And this Barry, when we got Barry, there was no belt on the AC compressor. I turned the AC compressor, it felt a little gritty. Hopefully I don't have any kind of major damage in the system, but I made an appointment with my local guy that I use. He's going to put a new AC compressor in it and make sure my AC system's running so that when we do get that first warm day, I have AC. That's it. I kind of like those little battery adapter things, and I'll link them in the description below. I hate these side terminal batteries, but hey, it's GM, and for whatever reason they like to use them. These make it a little bit easier, and there's plenty of a nub to get jumper cables on it. And like you said, if you know this vehicle doesn't really apply, but if you have something where you need to wire accessories direct to the battery, you got an extra lug, and it's a nice size lug. It's like a 3/8 lug, so pretty good. And they were really cheap too. So if they're brass, they were cheap. I like them. Link in the description. And as always, thanks for watching.